Boom, viewers, subscribers, back again with these quick updates because trust, if it's not foreign from King Mix Up, it's not credible. Yo peeps, you don't know the thing set. We have to put the boy in a check. I don't know what's going on with Dalton Harris, but it looked like he's a secret agent for some LGB whatever community. And they're trying to get him to change Jamaicans around the world into seeing things their way. You know what I mean? Because he did a live and that was the topic. Why people hate fish people, isn't it? Even though they try to disguise it under the Black Lives Movement. And you see people, before we get into why he dissed Buju Banton and Jamaicans, let's just talk about this Black Lives Movement thing. You see, this civil rights movement started with Martin Luther King trying to get equal rights for Africans, Americans, because, they wasn't even considered a citizen until after slavery. You know what I mean? Just to count them as a vote. But if you go back to Martin Luther King's time and all the people them who marched with Martin Luther King, the gays, the Hispanics, the Indians, all those other groups benefited from our struggle, the black people's struggle. And fast forward today, we've seen what happened to George Floyd. And I see the same thing happening over again. They're using our black struggle to propel freedom organization further. Because let's be honest, people. You can't tell if somebody's gay or not just by looking at them. You see what I'm saying? But you can tell if somebody's black or a nigger just by looking at them. You get me? So I think these LGB whatever, they're trying to distract us from the fact. But anyway, that is another topic. And this is why Khalid Muhammad said him now march with Martin Luther. So I just had to say that to say this. Dalton, you need to come out of the closet. Because how could you compare yourself with Buju Banton? What you ever do for Jamaica? What have you ever did to Jamaica? You see what I'm saying? You always downgrade Jamaica every chance you get. And besides that, you're not nobody. X Factor, me not watch X Factor, dog. Look on Rihanna, DJ Khaled, Pharrell, Stephen Marley, just to name a few who has emotional ties to Buju growing up. His songs are very conscious, culture. Yeah, so I'm saying boom bye bye in your forehead. You sit on in a man lap and all these things and we don't even know your song, hombre. So how could you say, oh, I went home and they didn't even cheer for me like they did a convicted drug dealer? People, let's take a listen to this individual and then we'll jump back into it at the end.
It's like with Jamaica.
My experience with Jamaica and as a Jamaican is two different things, and it's kind of like a tightrope. I have a lot of supporters there, and they're amazing. But I also know that on the backhand of that, I'm chastised widely by a large group of people because of the perception that I'm gay. Whether I was gay or weren't gay, why the fuck would it matter that you thought I deserved to die? Or the fact that I've worked so hard to create history, not only in the UK, but for my country. And to kind of be so shunned. Like, I remember when I went back home, I was hidden in the back of the airport,
Wow.
Nobody came to greet me, but they did for other people that want American things. And they also greeted a person that was convicted for drugs.
Just to add this in, Buju always professed his innocence. And, with that being said, or biased Dalton for say the man convicted. What justice you fighting for?
So, we are either judging each other and killing each other because someone is gay or black, and it's death by words and treatment. We are so creative in how we exercise hate, but we are so primitive when we stand in our fake pride that makes us even begin to think as though we are something better and something better than the next human being. I'm about sick of it. I lost any prospects of a career in my country because of supporting the right to love and speak your truth. Whether it was child abuse or just bullying through anticipatory socialism. I have never felt more worthless till recently. Oh,
Yeah.
I met so many horrible people in the industry as well that just dealt with me like I was the thing of the day or month to get through with minimum effort of value.
Yeah.
Now that's a lot.
Yeah.
And also, like, I just want to say, like, thank you for being so brave to even talk about this, because most people are not, and they need to.
Yeah. You know, I think at this point, and it's not even at this point, like I've been very self-aware for a long time. And I'm disappointed that I never had the strength earlier to kind of stand up for those that feel the same, whatever it is that your affliction is. Um, and given what's happening now, what do I have to lose? Like, I have nothing to lose, but respect for myself. And if I stay quiet, then I lose that respect for myself, you know? I'm about sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what's your experience like with Jamaica?
My experience with Jamaica and as a Jamaican is two different things, and it's kind of like a tightrope. I have a lot of supporters there, and they're amazing. But I also know that on the backhand of that, I'm chastised widely by a large group of people because of the perception that I'm gay. Whether I was gay or weren't gay, why the fuck would it matter that you thought I deserved to die? Or the fact that I've worked so hard to create history, not only in the UK, but for my country, and to kind of be so shunned. Like, I remember when I went back home, I was hidden in the back of the airport, you know?
Wow.
You know, nobody came to greet me, but they did for other people that want American things, and they also greeted a person that was convicted for drugs. Um, you know, this is my government, and so I felt horrible. And then, you know, I got death threats and pictures of people's necks being cut off, or somebody getting videos of people getting shot in the head, and, you know, people saying that's what I deserved. I headlined a festival there. I was supposed to perform at a festival there, which I did. But when it was announced that I was going to be on the roster, it was a wide public issue, you know, where I didn't deserve it because I'm not an artist and I'm gay and he's like a fish and a fag and all these things. And it was shocking in the sense that I understand human acceptance, but I was like, why does somebody have the idea that somebody should be subject to these kind of things? And like, it happened even in the X Factor, and that's when I made the decision to stand for love, you know. And I made sure that in my campaign and in my career and in everything that I did, I made sure to be inclusive. People I've met have always lifted me up and lifted other people up, you know. I grew up with women, strong women, you know, very strong women. My sisters are strong women. My mom is a strong woman. And very early on, I knew that you don't put your hands on women. You don't refer to women as certain things. You know, you don't speak about women a certain way. And the irony of it is that I'm from a place that claims to be so, what do you call it, heterosexual, but still have no idea of how to treat the women that are from there, you know?
Wow.
So how is that possible? You know, how is that possible when people glorify a person that kills somebody or a person that's a don? So you're gonna tell me that you're gonna get up out of your bed at 3 or 4 in the morning to go kill somebody for a next man, but you're saying you're gonna hate somebody because they liked a woman, liked a woman, or a guy liked a guy, or somebody was white or somebody was black, or you know, how? I don't see it any different. I don't see racism any different from sexism. I don't see sexism and racism any different from homophobia. I don't see homophobia, sexism, racism any different from ethnocentricity, bigotry. None of it. Period. You know? And having an opinion isn't something that is encouraged when you're an artist, because when you're an artist, people want you to have a voice, but only if it's a controlled one. So how am I an artist if I cannot inspire people to be better? Like, you know, like if you have a genuine fear for your life and feel like something is going to put you at risk of being hurt or dying or being something other than great, then I don't want to do that to you. But on the other hand, I'm not going to facilitate that either, because I know that with my platform, It's bigger than me. It's really bigger than me. And I
Yes.
was having a conversation last night and I said, my life, the life that I live is supposed to be instructions. Where would we be now if the person that realized how the law of gravity worked to build buildings didn't leave instructions? If the person that invented the internet didn't leave instructions? The laws of physics didn't leave instructions. How a smartphone works, if a person didn't have an hypothesis and leave instructions. The clothes that we like, the money that we like, the economy that we love to say we're great at, because everybody likes a sport car and to say they're the shit. What if all the people that invented all the things that make you feel like you're better than somebody else didn't leave instructions?
Powerful, man.
So it also begs me to question, what is the instruction of the history of me? Because, and I said this in a video the other day, if I'm the one that have ancestors that were killed, sold, I'm from Jamaica, so we were 300 years slavery. You know, my mom's mom's mom was a slave. That's really too close for comfort.
Way too close.
Way too close. You know, my people were killed because they were invaded and thought to be nothing more than animals because of the color of their skin. So no, I'm not just talking about this Black Lives Matter because it's popular. Maybe you are just being able to respond because you're just seeing it now.
Hit that like button, people. Drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And honestly, I could have put more of this interview out there, but Dalton is just a lost soul talking in circles. Negro, you need to come out the closet and stop bashing women and Jamaicans. We don't care about your sexuality, hombre. Honestly, we don't even remember you. We don't remember you.